She's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? This video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case, and specifically, MetropoliMX has came out with a new article regarding the Cabo 6. It came out today, December the 21st, 2022, and I want to thank my subscriber, Lori T, for sending me this information. I have said this 100 times. I have the best subscribers on YouTube. You guys are Johnny on the spot with the information. And I greatly, greatly appreciate it because I usually check their website in the evening. And before I even got to that point, she had already shot me an email and attached the article. And I appreciate you tremendously. So let's get into this article. Now, like I said, this is coming from Metropoli. It was wrote by the investigation staff there. And it's titled, Cabo 6 are summoned to testify about the crime of Shanquella Robinson, even though they did misspell her name. I've seen a lot worse spellings on a lot of major news organizations' websites, and it's embarrassing. But let's cut to the article. Now, it does say breaking news. The Charlotte Sheriff's Office. Now, I'm assuming, and I hate to say that word, that they're talking about the Mecklenberg County Sheriff's Office, sent a series of subpoenas this week to the private homes of the Cabo 6 so that they can appear about the femicide of Shanquella Robinson, which occurred on October the 29th in Los Cabos, Baja California Sur, Mexico. The foregoing occurred after the Attorney General of the state of Baja California Sur, within the framework of the Binational Summit of Attorneys General between Mexico and the United States, formally requested the American government to summon Khalil Cooke, Malik St. Dyer, Alysse Hyatt, Nazeer Wiggins, and Donovan to officially testify. On December the 15th, the government of Mexico and the U.S. held this forum in San José del Cabo, where they shared experiences on law enforcement and discussed cooperation on investigative issues between the two countries. This is a picture from this binational summit of attorney generals between Mexico and the U.S. The event was led by the governor of Baja California Sur, Victor Manuel Castro Cosilla, and the United States ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar. And that is a picture of the two of them. The meeting was regarding the legal situation of Daejhanae Jackson, who has been considered a fugitive from justice as long as she is not brought to Mexico. Our understanding, so Metropoli's understanding, is that her case is currently being processed for extradition procedure, and the U.S. government will determine the exact date. The governments of Mexico and the United States promised to do justice for the crime towards Shanquella Robinson. Now, to further vet Metropoli's article, I found this article, and it's from Riviera Maya News, and it came out too today. And it says, Quintana Roo, Attorney General, participates in U.S.-Mexico Binational Summit. And it shows a picture of him. This summit did happen in Los Cabos, Baja California Sur. And it says Quintana Roo State Attorney General Oscar Montes de Oca took part in the U.S.-Mexico Binational Summit of Attorneys General earlier this week. While there, he stressed the importance of the event in order to acquire new experiences that contribute to compliance with the law. Oscar Montes de Oca reported that 16 Mexican attorney generals and 8 U.S. attorney generals, as well as federal agencies of the American Union, participated in the binational meeting held within the framework of the Bicentennial Agreement in Los Cabos, Baja California Sur. The head of the FGE, Quintana Roo, said that during the meeting in which the ambassador of the U.S. and Mexico, Ken Salazar, attended, issues related to the oral and adversarial justice system were discussed. Likewise, they also discussed topics related to traditional and technological criminal dynamics. Participants were summoned to train the operators of the accusatory penal system, whose courses will begin in January. This binational summit took place between December the 13th to the 16th. So, as far as MetropoliMX's article, what they're saying checks out completely, okay? There was this binational summit held between Mexico and the United States, the attorney generals of both of those countries. It did happen recently. It was held in Los Cabos. Now, what we don't know, and we won't ever know unless someone tells us who was actually in that meeting, is what was discussed. Now, we do know that they have their sources, and we don't know what those sources are, and we know why we don't know those sources. Because the penalty for leaking information under this new arbitrary penal system is immense, okay? Now, as far as the Mecklenberg County Sheriff's Office is concerned, I did go to their website. There is nothing in the media section, there's nothing in the press releases that says anything about the Cabo 6, and there's not going to be. But I just wanted to double check, because I take what I put out into the world from this channel very seriously. As far as I'm concerned, I have a responsibility to bring the truth. I don't put out gossip and rumors unless I have tracked that gossip and rumor down and found there to be truth in it. And I will listen to them, but I go straight to start digging and try to figure out where it came from. I have had to eat crow 2 times where I have put out wrong information. It definitely wasn't in this case, but I've learned my lesson, and it doesn't ever taste good to eat crow. So I'm very serious about my channel and what I put out into the world. So, whatever I put out, I will stand on it. I will stand 10 toes down on it. So I just wanted to bring this news that allegedly, coming from MetropoliMX, the Cabo 6 have been subpoenaed, and that's the only way that they're going to say anything. Because they, so far, don't have to say anything. So, I mean, that's not a far-fetched idea that they would be subpoenaed in this case. Actually, it would be the next logical step, if you think about it. So, I don't see MetropoliMX's article as being some far-fetched fantasy. I believe it's based on the truth, and I believe it. And maybe Nazeer Wiggins, who can't keep his mouth shut, might tell us that he was subpoenaed. You never know, because he just can't keep his mouth shut. But I definitely wanted to bring this to the channel, and I definitely wanted to thank Lori T for sending the email and the article. I appreciate that greatly. So I'm going to end the story on that note, but I appreciate each and every one of you, and we will get justice for Shanquella Robinson. Have a great night.